Okay, I'm going to attempt the big one. Here is my collection of unboxed Super Nintendo games. A fair few of them. Now what I've done is obviously the majority of them are the UK games, but over here I've stacked some of my US games. Now I've got to be honest, I don't want to start, a UK-US rift thing, but I find that our cartridges are much more attractive than these blocky US ones. Okay, I just think we look smoother. However, one thing I will say about the Americans is they are very methodical, because they have the sense to put the name of the game on top of the cartridge. So if you've got them stacked like this, as I've chosen to do, you can see what the games are. You do that with ours, and you have no idea whatsoever what these games are. They could be anything. So that is one thing that I think they've got down to sense. Now down here are the games that I have so far reviewed as a Super Nintendo fanboy. It's not all of them, because obviously some of them are boxed. But what I believe in is I believe that if I do not have a game, then I will not review it. I know there are all these emulators out there, and I know that some of them are brilliant, but at the end of the day, I think if you're a collector, you need to be able to have the game to have an opinion. So every single game that I have reviewed, I own. You might not see them in the videos, so that's why I'm showing you them there. Now the rest of these, the majority of these, are games that I own because, I'm a collector. However, these ones on the right are the games that I enjoy. Not many of them, but what is there is amazing. However, we will get there. First of all, let's look at some of the other games I've got. I've got some pretty decent titles. Super R-Type, probably heard of that one. I've got Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Obviously the black car is Killer Instinct, because for some reason they decided to make it black. No idea why. Secret of Mana over there. I've got Secret of Evermore in the US collection. I've got at least 2 of the Mortal Kombats. I've got Mortal Kombat here, and I think I've got Mortal Kombat 3 over there in the US ones. I've got, what else have I got? 2 of the Addams Family games. I've got an American Tail. For some reason the title is in, I don't know, Spanish or something. I don't know if that's how they all came, or if that's just a Spanish one, but the talking in it's English, so I don't know if it's just a thing they tried to do. Some of the other big games, I've got Pilot Wings, I've got both the Jurassic Parks, I've got all 3 Street Fighter 2 games. 2 of them are obviously here, because of the games that I enjoy. I've obviously just put one. I've put Super Street Fighter 2, because although it may not be the best of the 3 in my opinion, it's obviously the most up to date. What I've also done is I've made a column here of sports games. Now, as you may be able to tell, I hate sport. I think it's absolutely pointless. I don't see the point in getting hot and sweaty and bothered and wound up over a game when there are thousands of brilliant games that you can play from the comfort of your sofa. That said, I do have a fair few sports titles, and I have to be honest, I've played barely any of them. The only one I would actually ever pick up and choose to play is Sensible Soccer, because that's quite good. I've got 2 copies of FIFA International Soccer. I've got no idea why, probably so that I could take some copies out of the world so poor unsuspecting people don't have to play them. When it comes to soccer games, Super Nintendo, like so many other consoles, gets just hundreds of the things, and I don't know if any of them are any decent. Finally then, let's get on to some of the games I enjoy. Look at some of the decent ones. I've mentioned Super Street Fighter 2, Contra, Earthworm Jim 2, Earthworm Jim 1 would be in this list as well, but it's boxed. Sunset Riders, brilliant game, took me quite a lot of effort to get, as did this one, The Adventures of Batman and Robin. Mystical Ninja, a game that I loved as a kid. Doom, another game I loved as a kid, as I did Alien 3, brilliant game. Mario World 2, Batman Returns, Unirally, Mario Kart, Bob, and my favourite game of all time, Metroid. Genius game. So there we are then. That is my Super Nintendo collection. Now very soon, one of these lucky chaps will get picked as my comeback Super Nintendo fanboy review. My only problem now is deciding which one to use.